And boom!
We're on.
That didn't work.
All right. Did you expect me to jump?
That's what I was going for.
All right. Welcome, everyone, to Let's Talk About It Tuesday. Today, we are going to talk about attraction and love. And I'm hoping to make TJ very uncomfortable.
Not happening.
So there are some factors that social psychologists have agreed are important in determining people's attractiveness to other people. Mm-hmm. First is proximity. People tend to befriend and like people from the same neighborhood, the same school, the same work. Makes sense, right? You have an opportunity to meet people in those areas and get to know them. And even though we're so much more connected electronically, it's still true. So when you think of people who you have been attracted to in the past, where did they meet? Where did you meet most people?
Probably at a place that I frequented often, or I saw a lot of them. So like school, work, other things like that. But even the weird thing is social media is in itself an easy way to cause more exposure. Yeah. Right? So I guess even on social media, if I see someone a lot, that will also raise the likelihood that I will find them attractive.
Right. Well, and Dad and I met at work. We worked together.
Oh, yes, they did. The movie theater.
So another factor, and we've talked about this at the end of every show, is the mere exposure effect. So the more you see somebody, the more you will like them. And so, again, thinking back to the people you have been attracted to, is it usually an initial attraction, or is it because you've seen them a few times?
I'm a big initial attraction kind of person, that instant emotional thing. So I would say both for sure, because the more that I saw them, the increased, once again, they became in my eyes. But I would say the initial attraction is still up there.
For you, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Similarity is another factor in who we find attractive. Couples are more likely to get together if they have common attitudes, beliefs, interests. We tend to partner up with people who share our age, our race, religion, economic status, education level, those kinds of things. Basically, we like people like us. Again, now, thinking back, would you say the people you're attracted to have a lot in common with you? Because there is that adage that opposites attract too, right?
Yes. I would say so. Like down to the core, like, you know, athletic, because we would need to go and do something at some point, like hiking and other things like that. And yeah, similar interests, but also, you know, not down to like every like finite thing. But yes, of course.
I think that you hit it on the head when you said core, your core similarities. Because Dad and I have a lot of core similarities. But we're opposite in many ways too. But in the core, those fundamental needs that we have, we are very similar, I think. All right, and the last characteristic of who you find attractive is physical attractiveness. And before we get into this, I want to know, what characteristics you find physically attractive, TJ? And not just me, but I'm sure our audience wants to know, especially someone with the username Shaking My Goodies. And I know who you are. So what do you find attractive?
In what? What was the question?
You got distracted by shaking my goodies. Right?
Yeah. I got turned on by shaking my goodies because I was thinking about shaking my goodies.
What do you find attractive in somebody?
Okay. So ambition. They have to want to do things. Because they would need to be more organized than me. They need to be a little bit more of a planner, because I'm more of like, let's just do it. Let's just go. So someone would need to tell me to do stuff.
What about physical attractiveness?
Physical. I love all shapes and sizes. I mean, I don't know. I mean, what do I find attractive? Really big curly hair. I really like.
Okay.
Or like really, I like pretty short.
Wouldn't that be weird?
But I also like really tall sometimes. What do I find?
Are you an eyes? You know, do you like eyes? You like smiles?
I love eyes. I love smiles.
You're not helping me, TJ.
I love all the body parts involved with a woman's anatomy, yes.
Okay. That's actually very important because that is something that universally people find attractive in other people. The feminine look or the masculine look. There's actually some universal physical attraction features. So universal meaning, Eastern, Western cultures, male and female, young and old. So universally, people find youthfulness attractive, skin clarity, smoothness, body symmetry.
Oh, yeah.
On women, full breast and a low waist to hip ratio. And for men, muscular chest and V-shaped torsos.
Sorry, I was just breathing.
But typically, facial attraction is more important than body attraction. So on a face, for women, what people are looking for is a high forehead, small chin and nose, high cheekbones, full lips. And on men, prominent facial features like a strong chin and jaw and cheekbones. Yeah, you're welcome for this. This is the chin.
I think that was. Yeah.
and a long lower face, which I think beards give people that idea.
So this is so this is universal.
That's universal what people like. And the other thing that's really surprising is that averageness is universally attractive. A lot of us think unique looks are, what really, catch people's attention. But averageness, when they did a study, they found that averageness is what is actually universally attractive. So the more average you look, the more attractive you are.
Well, going back to the symmetrical thing, they said if your face is too symmetrical, it's too perfect, and then it will not be attractive. Yeah,
okay.
kind of along the same lines as that.
Right. The other thing that's really interesting about attraction is it can be influenced by physiological arousal. So if you're experiencing physiological arousing, meaning your heart rate is up, that could be because of stress or excitement or exertion. Yeah, I know. You will rate a person as more attractive. And it's called a sympathetic arousal. It's basically a misattribution. You know that your body knows that your heart rate is up and you're in a state of arousal, but doesn't necessarily know why. So if you see somebody, you just you think that's the cause of your arousal.
Because there's a lot of different things that go into the sympathetic nervous system response, right? Like you said, the autonomic, where the heart rate goes out of control. You're not getting blood flow to the brain or to the digestive system. And so, like you said, you start latching on to whatever it could be, even though there's many things that could put you in a state of mind like that?
Yeah, absolutely. So, lesson here, if you're interested in somebody, take them to an amusement park.
Ooh.
Or a haunted house.
Something that's getting
scary movie, something that gets them physiologically aroused because they will attribute it to you. Right. All right.
Get some outside things to help with the arousal.
Yeah, take them hiking. That is kind of one of your signature dates.
Whoa. Hold on. It's not a signature one. It is just an always a good one. Because
it's true.
Imagine, especially the first one. And if you're like, hey, let's wake up at 5 a.m. and go hiking on Saturday. And if they're like, go screw yourself, I'm like, I kind of have a good idea where this is going to go. But if she's like, yeah, I'm like, yes. Not a signature. It is called proper planning. Proper structuring of... There's layers to this game, Mom. There's layers.
All right, so desired characteristics in a mate, and this is not physical attraction. These are other characteristics. You mentioned one is ambition earlier. What else are you looking for?
Loyalty. Loyalty, caring, what they say about other people when other people aren't around.
Okay.
That's big to me.
Yeah.
If they're big on upping people even when that person's not around, I know that to their core that's what they want to be saying about that person. Learning, like when they like to read or they like to do certain things that are more cognitively stimulating as opposed to boring. And then just random acts of kindness if, they are helpful to somebody else for no apparent reason and things like that.
So you touched on a lot of things that an article in Psychology Today listed as 5 qualities to look for if you want to be in a happy, successful relationship. So kindness, loyalty, and understanding. That's number 1. A similarity. We talked about similarity earlier. Conscientiousness, emotional stability, and the belief that the relationship will work. That takes work and it will work if you put in work.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? We forget that along the way. We feel like the work is supposed to stop, but it's every single day it's work.
Right.
Every single day it's work. Every single day it's work. Never gets easy.
Right. So they did some research. It was published by the Journal of Personality just this past September. And they looked at 2,700 college students in 5 different countries. So they looked at Western and Eastern countries. And they looked at 8 attributes: physical attractiveness, good financial prospects, kindness, humor, chastity, religiosity, and the desire for children and creativity. Which do you think was the number one of those 8 attributes that they were actually, don't read it.
I'm not reading. I'm actually doing a really good job not reading.
Okay.
But I am looking at what they are again. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So
physical attractiveness,
good financial prospects, kindness, humor, chastity, religiosity, the desire for children, creativity. Desire for children.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Actually, it was kindness, which makes me feel really good about where this country's going. You know, that we're looking for kindness.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and after kindness, though, men almost universally favored physical attractiveness. And after kindness, women chose good financial prospects. And what was next for, What was next for all is humor. And that was really important only for Western countries. Something interesting, though, desire for children, what you mentioned, was really only important for Western women.
I'm a Western woman. I knew it.
But though that research is consistent with a sexual strategies theory that says that the differences in what we value is based on our ability to produce offspring. So men favor physical attractiveness and youth. And women value commitment, emotional stability, and financial stability. So it's kind of consistent with other research that's been done. Yeah. So there is a theory, too, also, that you can be addicted to love. Right? Some researchers suggest that the areas that light up using a functional MRI when in love are the dopamine-rich areas that make up the reward system. Makes sense?
Of course,
yeah. And the reward system is activated when you're exposed to rewarding stimuli. And because the reward system makes you feel good, you want to repeat that feeling. And so you repeat the behavior. It's reinforcing it. And interesting thing is, one of the doctors who looked at this research was the same doctor who is the chief scientific advisor for Match.com, Dr. Helen Fisher. So I thought that was really kind of interesting. We have also, now moving on to love, 3 parts of love. Psychologist Robert Sternberg proposed that love consists of 3 parts: intimacy, decision and commitment, and passion. And so there are different combinations of those 3 parts that can result in 3 different kinds of love. The first is if you only have the intimacy level, which would be liking. The second, if you only have the passion, would be infatuation. And the third, if you only have decision and commitment of those 3, would be empty love. Yeah. And then romantic love is if you have intimacy and passion. Companionate love is if you have intimacy and decision and commitment. And fatuous love is passion plus decision commitment. And really what you want is consummate love, which is all 3. All right.
What she said.
Staying in love requires work. Avoid maladaptive strategies like being overly critical, holding your partner in contempt, being defensive, and mentally withdrawing from the relationship. Happy couples differ from unhappy couples in the way they do their attributions. We talked about attributions, we were talking about cognitive biases. Happy couples overlook bad behavior and respond constructively, which is a process called accommodation. All right.
Very cool stuff. I have nothing to say right now. I don't know why.
We can talk about hugs. You like to hug, right?
I love me some hugs.
Why?
Because it releases oxytocin in my brain, which is the cuddle hormone.
The cuddle hormone. I love that.
You know that?
I didn't know that's what it was
I
called.
figured that was going to be part of your
Well, I did have a note about oxytocin.
Look into it.
But I haven't heard that term, so.
Look into it.
I will. Hugs do lots of things for us. Besides oxytocin, it stimulates the pressure receptors. What did I say?
It just
releases oxytocin.
Yeah, but you said tosan. Oxytocin. It's like
I'm reading it.
I'm sorry. Don't read ahead. Live in the moment. Live in the now.
You're the now. You're the now.
Anyways, where were you at?
Stimulates pressure receptors under your skin, which leads to a ripple effects that put you in a relaxed state. Decreases your heart rate. Drops your stress hormone, cortisol and norepinephrine, lowers your blood pressure, diminishes inflammation following a stroke or cardiac arrest, improves immune functioning and pain tolerance, reduces depression and anxiety, lessens your chance for the common cold after you've been exposed to it. Less severity of cold symptoms, and protects those who are under stress from risks of colds that are associated with stress. So hugs are like super beneficial. All right. So despite all these illnesses going around, hug somebody today, right? And go to the gym because you'll be more attracted to people. Yeah. Any closing thoughts?
No.
For shaking my goodies, specifically?
Shaking my goodies can come get these goodies anytime he/she wants to come and get them. And that is a consummate love.
Aww. That's all we have for today. So see you next talk. Let's talk about it Tuesday, where, as the mere exposure effect explains, you will like us even more. Thank you for watching. We love you for watching.
We love you.